Hello everybody, it's Vertical Sandwich. Welcome back to the last post-commentary feather collection video for Assassin's Creed 2. So we're running around Venice. We have well, I mean it's like 10 feathers or something we have to pick up. Not a big deal. So we'll see the feathers. We're gonna see the reward for the feathers. And yeah. So stuff. Things and feathers and stuff. Kind of just like the last video, we had a lot. There were a lot of these spaces actually have feathers. I am having a bit of an issue reading the feather count off of my preview screen. That looks like 91, but it could be 90. It could be 93. I don't know. And a lot of these, there are not a lot in Venice that are hard to find. So, as opposed to, you know, Florence, where I had trouble figuring out areas and things like that. You can just hear me looking at a map there. So these three platforms here, this is what you're really looking for. There are these three platforms here, and if you get into this area, the feather will be here. We got it at some point. I'm not sure exactly where it is. If it's on one of the platforms, or if it's on, more likely it's on the top of one of the cranes. Or it's on this. But again, the reference maps at Super Cheats are your best friends.
Sick and wounded.
Well, they're your best friend. Maybe they're your best friends. I don't know. Although I guess I can't speak for you. Maybe, you know, maybe you actually have friends. I don't. It's such a, like... That's such a BS thing to say. It really is. Like, I have friends. But it just, you know, you say it for the laugh. I hated the feathers in this area. So getting up to this one, don't be fooled. Go up the way I go up. There's like an area on the left that makes it look like you can get up there. And maybe you can if you're better than me. But like, just do this. Seriously, just do this. Save yourself so much heartache if you just climb up this way and go up over the tower. Instead of try to go on that little wooden platform and then jump from like side jump. I almost died twice trying that. Yeah, like right to the left of me right there. Don't try to go up that way. So the guard tower thing here, and, you know, it's out here. But if you've done any kind of running around in this area, like up on the walls, you should run into it. A little bit of missed menu there. That's kind of fun. And this is kind of fun too, because to get down here, I just like dove into the water. I was just like, I'm just gonna swim.
What's the point of this Danza del Diablo?
So this is another area where I was surprised it didn't exist. Like, was surprised I had gotten it. But yeah, should be right here. And then I know I sat here for a while. I know that from my editing. And I was just like, oh, should I cut that out? And then I went, nah, I don't know, the video's not going to be that long. It actually turned out to be pretty long. I was surprised. Now, we had one just south of here. And this is the kind of thing where, like, separating it by neighborhoods can be a little rough. Right? Because we could have come up and gotten this one right away. There's a lot of little fun in between building ones here. I may have notoriety here because I killed like 8 guards. There was another big brawl I cut out of here. Because I hate trying to find the posters. You know, that's my issue. A guard sees me do something and he flashes, so then I kill him, and then other guards see that, and then they come after me and I kill them. And, So here's another, like, on poles in the canal one, where I wasn't quite sure. It's really hard to match that up from images about, you know, if it's on this side or if it's, because the poles are identical on each side. But it's one of these sets. So I just ran through from pole to pole. And was like, these are all the possible locations. See, the guard sees me there. And if he'd stuck around, I'd be killing him right now. Because, yeah, the guards in this game, it's literally easier to kill them and run away than it is to get notoriety and then find a poster. Not that it matters all that much, since you're going to kill every guard that's yelling at you anyway, but I don't know, there's just something about having, like, being anonymous that I like. It seems in the spirit of the game, I think is a good way to put it. So yeah, I couldn't even cut for this one. It was so close. Aha! Aha! And then he's dead. There's something really crazy about that. About just stabbing a guy and then running out into a crowd being like, nothing happened. Pay no attention to the screams of pain you heard. So really obvious there. Now, I find it hard to believe that going through this video I didn't miss some locations or something. And if I did, I apologize. Again, though, the maps I used are really good and really easy to use and show an image for every feather location. And for the most part, the images are very good at being distinct. Like, if you get into the general area where it tells you to go, and you look, you'll see it will be very obvious. And with a little bit of camera moving, you can clearly see what's going on. So I can't tell if that's 95 or 96. It seems like in my head the count should be at 95, but I don't know. So there we go, right off the edge of the map. It's kind of nice. Because that kind of stuff is very obvious. You just find your location on the map and walk out over the sea. find the corner of the building. Boom, there's a feather. Gotta love that. Again, I do love how well this worked out. Like how I didn't get done and go, how come I have 99? That was such a great jump. Wow. Really happy with that. Okay, that looks like 97 to me. So this one you want to look for these barrels. This one I do remember, is that like this one can be a little tricky, so you want to look for those barrels. And if you find them, then yeah, 3 barrels like together in the general area, and then you've got your feather. I did this days ago. I mean, it's a lot of it is not the clearest thing, but like when there were things that were obvious like that, where it said specifically, look for this thing. I don't know, stuff like that sticks in my mind. I was gonna say, how he avoided falling is beyond me. So I see the feather. This guy was not gonna be nice to me. I was trying to get him to leave me alone. But once you've thrown a knife into a guy, it's kind of hard to get him to, you know, not care anymore. So we just, you know, just murder. It was just murder. It's Assassin's Creed, so I mean, murder is the answer. Murder is always the answer. So that should have been 99. Which makes sense, because I know what the one where we get the trophy looks like. Because there's a trophy for this. And we will do that. We'll review some trophies and stuff, but... well, mainly with talk once we turn these in. Wait, we'll review some trophies mainly with talk once we turn these in. That's not a sentence that makes sense. We'll talk about trophies and the reward and stuff once we've turned these in. Because we have some time. I left some time in the video that's stuff that doesn't seem like it really belongs. Because I just wanted to chat about what we had done and what the results were. Does that make sense? So over here, top of the crane, this is our last one. So there we go. In memory of Petruchio. Which makes sense. So that's all 100 feathers. So now we can go turn them in. And we'll get a villa upgrade for that. And an item. And we'll be done with post-commentary videos probably for the rest of the game. Maybe not. We might do a trophy collection post-commentary where I go through and do things like... there's some weird trophies in this game, like throwing sand in people's faces and stuff. Kicking a guy in the head while you're using the glider. And we might just, you know, mess with those. I don't know. So into the water. So now we'll skip to the turn-in.
not forgetting about.
Okay, so the auditory cape, which is the reward for this mission, gives you 100%. It gives you complete notoriety. Like, you put it on, and everywhere but this city, you are absolutely and totally, unavoidably notorious. You cannot tear down posters. You cannot bribe people to make you not notorious. You're just notorious. Guards will just attack you. It seems like a completely useless item, but I talk about this in some of the live commentary videos. Actually, when you take it off, your notoriety goes back down to the level it was before you were wearing it. So if you put it on, make yourself 100% notorious, and then go into somewhere like a restricted area and are seen by guards and things like that, and then get out of the restricted area and take it off, you would go back down to no notoriety. That's the only use I can think of for it. I haven't tested that, but it seems like it would work. There is a reward, there's a trophy for wearing it in all the cities in the game. And I tried doing that, and I cannot get it to register. So we will try it again later. Now, as far as your mother saying, like, thank you for not forgetting about me, I get that that seems to be the thing that you're doing, but, like, it may also be... I think it would have been appropriate for her to say thank you for not forgetting about him. Because the feathers really were about, you know, your little brother. Surprisingly, by the way, I'd have to say this about one of the things that strikes me about this game is there isn't a lot of mention. There really isn't a lot of mention about the family members you lost. Like, you're talking about a guy who grew up with a father, like an older brother, and a younger brother. And they're all dead. They've all been murdered in front of his eyes. And it never really comes up, which is really crazy, right? We get that he's out for revenge, but, like, you know, how does he not talk about the fact that, like, his life is seemingly, you know, would be seemingly empty. Like, a full, happy life. And then suddenly, he's the only guy in his family. That's gotta be eerie and devastating and haunting and awful and traumatic and, you know, strange and alien and all this stuff. And instead he's like this confident, you know, like head of the family kind of guy, but I don't know, I would like to see some discussion. So look at what it did to, like, our notoriety bar here. Look at this. It's just like, boom, we're 100% notorious. And you can walk around, I mean, like, as long as guards don't see you, you're fine. And then you just take the dumb thing off, and everything goes back to normal. So we'll just put on the Medici cape. Boom, we're anonymous, or we're incognito. So see, that's how that works. So I jumped from, like, town to town, and I wore this dumb thing everywhere. It doesn't matter if you wear it in Monteriggione, because, like, you own that town and nobody cares. There's no guards there anyway. So we are going to take a look at some of the trophies here, because we did get the In Memory of Petruchio trophy for collecting all the feathers. And then when we come back, we're going to be just doing plotline stuff. I mean, we have a race to do in Venice, and there are some other things we're missing, and we'll talk about those in real time. Like, there's another secret area. There is, there are viewpoints missing. There's a beat-up event that we haven't unlocked yet. So some things like that, but we will talk about that in real time. So like all these trophies that we haven't gotten yet. And we'll work on them. I'm not going to say we're going to get every trophy in here, but we could certainly try it. I think when I go through them at one point, I think, and I talk, and I'm just like, there's one we're never going to get. Like, So yeah, when we come back, we'll be back in live commentary and just playing the game. And I will see you guys for that, and thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.